Any way you look at it, this is an unprecedented situation because we've had cricket tours postponed or cancelled in the past because of assassinations, terror threats, terror attacks. The attack on the Sri Lankan team in Pakistan 5 years ago was something that hit people very close to home. Uh, but we've never had to deal with a player and somebody who would, in all likelihood, have played in the first test in Brisbane next week, actually dying on a field of play. And that's something that's shaken up everyone involved in the cricket community. So I don't think there'd be any murmur of dissent from the BCCI or any of the stakeholders uh, when the match was actually postponed, because you cannot expect Australian players and even their Indian counterparts to grieve a player on the 3rd of December at his funeral and then expect them to turn up and play on the 4th. That's just not on. Uh, as far as the actual rescheduling goes, the one saving grace is that there is a 10-day gap between Adelaide and the Boxing Day test at the Melbourne Cricket Ground. So you could sort of adjust the dates so that perhaps play in Brisbane between the 6th and the 10th and play in Adelaide between the 15th and the 19th. Even if you switch the order of those around, it doesn't really matter. You'll still get a week before the Boxing Day test. That's probably enough of a gap for the teams to recover from back-to-back tests. But for now, none of that, the scheduling, the rescheduling, none of that really matters. It's a time to sort of mourn for a player who was very much the standard bearer of his generation. If you think about it, Hughes made a test 100 long before Kohli, Rahane, Rohit, Umar Akmal, all these guys we see as the new wave of potentially great batsmen. Hughes was the first of them, and it's now is the time to pay our respects to him.